The plane crashed into the power lines, plummeting straight to the ground. After the wings broke off, a violent explosion erupted. He immediately rushed over to save people, but found himself powerless. The victims were engulfed in flames, letting out agonizing wails. Some were about to escape, but were instantly swallowed by the explosion. He could only watch helplessly, unable to do anything. Upon returning home, Casey was devastated, still in shock. The disaster that just occurred further verified the speculation. The time, location, and death toll surprisingly matched the mysterious numbers perfectly. To get to the bottom of it, he found the teacher from back then. Despite 50 years having passed, the old lady still had vivid memories. Unfortunately, the mysterious person who wrote the numbers passed away from illness a few years ago. The only clue was the daughter she left behind. Casey found Laura and told her everything about the mysterious numbers. But when Laura heard about her mother, she immediately showed strong aversion. She had lived under her mother's shadow her entire life, not wanting to discuss this matter any further. Before parting, Casey forcibly grabbed her, revealing the next prophecy. Laura found it absurd, shaking him off at once. Casey entered the corresponding coordinates, finding the specific location of the disaster. He called the police, trying to get them to cordon off the streets. But the next day, he discovered the place that should have been blocked was still bustling with people. The police didn't take his warnings seriously at all. He confronted the officers, but was treated as a terrorist. To evade the police, he dashed into the subway station, quickly spotting a suspicious person. Casey chased after them, following into the subway, but at the end, he realized the person was just a small vendor. He had just breathed a sigh of relief when disaster struck. The oncoming train suddenly derailed, rushing straight onto the platform. The crowd had nowhere to escape as they were ruthlessly crushed. After the disaster, Casey survived, but he was devastated. Filled with guilt, he had foreseen everything, yet could do nothing. When he returned home, Laura was already waiting at the door. She had heard about what happened that day, believing in her mother's prophecies even more. Her mother had once predicted Laura would die on October 19th. She was thoroughly annoyed by it, but now it seemed everything was true. Laura took Casey to the small house where her mother once lived. In the subsequent prophecies they found, the final death toll was actually 2 reversed letters. The two were baffled, only able to keep searching for clues. Upon entering the small bedroom, the walls were covered in newspaper clippings, all related to the corresponding disasters. The only difference was a religious illustration. Casey didn't understand it. He lifted the bedboard, discovering it was carved full of text. The reversed letter E represented everyone. This meant that the final disaster would lead to the extinction of all humanity.